Hi, my name is David P. Shapiro. I'm the owner, managing partner of the law office of David P. Shapiro, located in San Diego, California, where my firm helps good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the verdicts in Minneapolis that came down on April 20th, 2021, regarding the case against Derek Chauvin, former Minneapolis police officer, accused and then ultimately convicted of second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter of killing George Floyd. And the Attorney General of Minnesota said something very, very important in his press conference with the prosecutors after the verdicts were read. And what he said is that verdict is not justice, because justice implies that someone is restored and you can't take back a life that was taken. But it is accountability. And accountability is the first step on the path towards justice, on the path on improving relations with the police and the community, improving relations with the police within themselves, how they monitor themselves, how they're tracked, how they're interacting with the community, and how they're interacting with each other and holding each other accountable. And we need to be mindful of, yes, this verdict was important, this verdict was significant, but what is going to happen on the next case where there might not be body-worn camera evidence? What's going to happen on the next case where there might not be 7 or 8 civilians with their own cell phone videos recording every angle of everything that was going on, where something is so obvious to anyone watching it, involving police use of force, a police shooting, combination of the two? So we need to be mindful of that and make sure that this doesn't stop. The progress doesn't stop now because there was a conviction in the Chauvin case. There are so many other people, and you see the families of these people at these press conferences. Whether it's Eric Garner from Staten Island, where I grew up. NYPD, chokehold, carotid restraint. All these things that really need to be banned on a national level. Police databases. So if you have a bad cop in Virginia wants to relocate to New Orleans, they know about it. Public knows about it. And they're not protected from their prior bad acts and their prior reasons why they should no longer wear the badge and be entrusted to wear the badge. A lot of people say, well, why is this case any really different than Rodney King, Philando Castile, all these other cases that we've seen in the last 20, 30 years where there has been video, and the officers were acquitted. What I would say about the Rodney King thing is it was 25, 30 years ago. Different world we live in now, although it still should have been a better world then, but that's a camera from a distance. That's not a body-worn camera. That's not an audio. That's not civilian witnesses at the level that we saw in the George Floyd case. The shootings involve traffic stops and all those things. That's a difficult situation. I'd be interested to see if the pendulum is swinging more towards conviction, more towards prosecution and conviction, after what we saw happen in Minneapolis with the verdict that was reached on April 21st. One other thing I need to say as a criminal defense attorney, it is improper to display hatred or venom or attack the character or threaten the safety of himself or the family members of Chauvin's attorneys. What you think about Chauvin, I may very well agree with most, if not all, people say about him, because that's all we know about him. But his defense attorney is entrusted with a job, and that job may not always be enviable at times. It may not always be favorable to likability in the public at times, but understand that his attorney was doing his job, and I think he did a relatively effective job in a professional manner. And we need to keep that in mind. We need to keep that in mind and respect that profession. When people do their job professionally, even if you disagree with it, if they're professional about it and they're ethical about it, we can agree to disagree about certain things, but they should not fall under attack, because having a competent, adequate criminal defense lawyer, if not a damn good one, is something that we should embrace in this country, no matter what the crime, no matter who the accused is, no matter how terrible the defendant is accused of acting. Okay, so that's my take on the Derek Chauvin trial. So we got a long way to go. Sentencing's in 8 weeks. We'll know about what the sentencing will be. It could be anywhere from, probably if I had to give a pretty educated guess on it, I would say probably somewhere around the, 12 to 25 year range, although it could be as high as 40 years. We'll see. Keep an eye out. We'll do some more videos as we get closer to the sentencing. If you have any questions at all, obviously about the law, more in California than in Minnesota because I'm an attorney in the state of California. You can always give my firm a call, 619-295-3555.